What I'm going to do in this video is I'm just going to kind of like go over the specs for y'all real quick. Then I'll start back here at the back wheel and just kind of like walk my way forward and show you all the features and how cool this thing is, because you know what, I've been riding it around and I've actually had a lot of fun on this little e-bike considering the size of it. So yeah, let me go ahead and get into the specs of this thing now. So we'll go ahead and start here with the motor. So the motor is a 500 watt hub motor. You can see right here, this has one gear on it, and single speed, I'm meaning that it doesn't shift gears on you. So the battery on this thing's a 36 volt, 5.8 amp hour battery, and it is a removable battery. Here's where you charge it right here. There's a little like charge port right there, and you mash this button, and this button, when you mash it, is green, it's red, it's blue. I think it gives you a lot of different options on that. And to take this up, by the way, you don't need this key to start it. This key is only used to remove the battery. You can take this battery off, take it in the house and charge it. So the charging was around about 3 to 4 hours charging using a 1.5 amp hour charger. Not bad. That's about to be expected on a bike of this size, a battery of this size anyway. The total mileage that you can get off there, they claimed miles is 25 miles. And by the way, when they're saying 25.5, you know, 20 miles, that's using a combination of pedal assist and just kind of like flat ground in optimal conditions. Me riding it up and down hills, I seem to get around about 15, 20 if I'm on it, because you know what, this thing is throttle control. This thing has a throttle on it. It is a thumb throttle right there. Pedal assist 1, 2, and 3. So you've got 3 different pedal assist power to go on this thing. And the top speed on this thing, I'll actually show you the top speed. To turn it on, you're going to hit that little M button, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lean it over, and I'm going to give you all top speed. So you see right here, it's in nothing. Then you got 1, and then in speed 1, top speed seems to be about 8, 9 miles an hour. Let's go speed 2. There's 2. It shows 3 on there, but that's technically 3. Maybe the first one is 1, and this is on 3. Let's go 4. So there's 3. Technically, that's 3 right here. Watch this. 19.9. It will do. I had it, believe it or not, going downhill, I got up to 26. Oh, and check this out, everybody. You see that just popped up? If you have it on, it is, notice what's going on right now. It's in cruise control. There is a cruise control. To turn the cruise control off, just hit that. And when I got it in, there was a few things you had to do with it. So I got it in kind of a big box. I already got it in and put it together, but I'll show you the box that I got it in. So actually, let me show you what you get with it. So, you know, I got a charger, obviously, there. You get a little bit of a toolkit. You get a screwdriver. You get several wrenches. Get a little set of instructions. You can see how it came packaged just like that. Here's all of the stuff that came in it. The pedals, the charger, the seat, all of this stuff is I had to put on there. Really simple to do. This took me maybe 30 minutes to do. I'm pretty good at building a bike, so it didn't take me long. So the first thing you're gonna do is go in here on this stem. And let me show you the folding feature of this thing. See how that folds down? You see that stem right there? See that? And that Allen key comes with it. And you're just gonna line these up and then tighten them down. That was really simple. Loosen that up and just screw that down. And you're gonna put the front wheel on there. Have that pin run through there. See the spacer, there's a longer spacer over there and a smaller spacer over here. So make sure you put your spacers on there. Then you put the battery on and you're good to go. What I did, I put the battery on charge, came out and assembled the bike. The seat was just like this. It's a locking mechanism. You notice there's no brake light on there. I put that on there. You don't need it, but look down here, everybody. There is a brake light. Check this out. So you hold down on the plus sign, and then you see this symbol right here come up. I'll show this at night because check this out. See how you have a brake light back here? It is kind of tucked away, and there's a headlight up here that's a pretty decent little LED headlight. I like it. You got 160 millimeter mechanical disc brakes, and they look to be cord ride. That's cool. A little kickstand right there. Pretty good cord management. Got a little small back fender. That little fender's nice to have on there. These pedals are folding, so you can make this thing even smaller. They're folding pedals. You will have to put these on. There's a right and a left, and you do get stickers on there that tell you which way to turn it, right and left. The only label I see on this thing is where it said US 23, so it had that label on it, but it kind of looks cool. Is that not like cool graphics? This is kind of like, it feels like a glass-filled nylon plastic, pretty solid feeling. The hand grips are ergo hand grips, ergo meaning they're flat right here. You get one brake, it's a back brake, and that back brake is a motor shut off and cruise control shut off at the same time. Little bell. You will have to tighten this stuff up. There's a bolt right there that you tighten that up, and a screw right here, but I left that kind of loose so I can move it around. It was actually in a nice position. You see where my thumb is right there? You can go between all of the power modes, and then you have a walk mode when you hold down. Watch this. See how it starts taking off, a little walk symbol. You got it, and it came in, I think this came in kilometers per hour, but if you hold down the plus and minus on this thing, check it out, everybody. See this P1? Go up on that. See it's 0. Now it's back in kilometers. That's in miles per hour. I wouldn't mess with much else on here. There are other settings, but honestly, that's the only settings I need to mess with is that one. So you got a little battery percentage right there, and you can see I'm at fully charged battery. Pretty comfortable. This thing was actually a pretty comfortable ride considering my height. I'm right at about 5'11" and about 175, and this thing handles me well. There's the kind of the specs and a quick walkthrough and of the components and everything on this thing. Let me go ahead and click over and show you where I went for a ride, kind of like a little river walk. It's kind of a bike trail, walking trail, whatever. And let me show you how well this thing handled me and how well it pulled around. Then I'll come back here and give you my final thoughts on who I think this bike's good for and where I'll be using it at. So let's do that now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and do a kind of uphill test. There's a bridge over there. And then what I'm gonna do going over the bridge first is I'm gonna keep it in bike mode. It actually rides pretty good just in a little bike mode. Smooth sailing. So here it is on the bridge here. I can easily just this nice cruising speed. This is pretty comfortable. One thing that I'm noticing, I'm pretty close to the handlebars. It has these ergo hand grips on it. I don't mind this at all with the ergo hand grips. Let me get by these people here. Okay, so I'm staying in normal power mode right now. This is just normal bike mode. I'm starting to come up to a hill. I'm gonna go to assist. So I'm in pedal assist 1, and you can see right here how much power that it's generating in pedal assist 1. Let's go ahead and go to 3. Be pulling this just fine. I'm having to add a little bit of power to the pedals, but I'm not having to like push really hard. I say the motor's doing 75% of the climbing, pulling me fairly well. Assist 3. By the way, this will hit cruise control after 8 seconds of holding the throttle with no action. It'll lock itself into cruise control. I don't think you can turn that off. Maybe there is a setting to turn that off, but I don't mind it because all you gotta do is hit the brakes. Wow, it handled that hill perfectly. It's in cruise right now, actually. See, this is cruise control. Is that not cool? Look at this. Cruise control. And then to turn it out of cruise control, just hit the brake. Well, I've got it up to 25 right now, 26. I don't want to go any faster with these tiny tires. We'll slow down right here. So I like how the thumb throttle has got a little bit of grip on it. It's easily accessible right here. That thumb throttle can be held very easy. I just get a feeling you'd have to be careful not to break that. It is made out of plastic, and maybe that could break if you laid it down too strong. The handlebars are kind of a medium width as far as, well, like how wide they are. This handles a lot like a scooter, everybody, not like a e-bike. So the turning radius is very tight on it. So you want to do more leans. You want to lean it more like this instead of like turning the wheel. And you don't want to let a hand off the handlebars. If you do, it's going to basically go left or right with you, just like a scooter would. So make sure you have your hand grips on there pretty good. So the adjustments here on the display, it's easy to go between them. I just turned it off. There's 1, 2. So you go 1, 2, 3. And then if I want to cycle through the modes, I can go mode 1. This gives me kind of the tripometer, the voltage, 36 volts. The current, it gives me the current coming out of it, and then the time back to the like the odometer. So there is an odometer on this thing. Brakes seem to work just well. Let me get it up to speed and hit the brakes. You can lock it up and slide these back tires. So these disc brakes, they are mechanical disc brakes, but they seem to work really well. One thing I would question is the battery capacity on this thing. I've ridden about 7 miles, but I'm up and down a lot of hills, and I've been in high the whole time, and I've got 2 to 3 bars left. I'm guessing I could easily get 20 miles out of this thing being in 3. But what I do like, you can just always go back down to 1 or just use it as a regular bike and you'll be totally fine. And obviously it is a very small bike. I have the seat in almost the top position, but it seems to, you know, it's more like a kind of a little cruising ride. We're not going to be winning any Tour de France's with this thing, if that's what you're thinking. Okay, there it is, everybody. That's my full walk through my riding tests and kind of putting this thing through its paces over the past couple of weeks. I've actually ridden this several times, not just that time. I've actually had it out a few times. And let me tell you who I think this will be good for. I think this is a great bike for anyone that's wanting to get a very affordable, small e-bike that's not going to kind of like take up a lot of room. You can throw it in the back of your trunk, back seat of a car. I've got a van, so I'll just toss it in the van, and all you got to do is pull this up. So see how those lower down, and then what I do, I actually push the seat all the way down like that, and you can see how compact that thing is. Then you can push the pedals in just like that, and this thing compacts down very easily. So if space is a big worry to you, then this is the bike for you. And I think anyone over 5'10" to 6 foot, that's about where this thing's gonna max out. They have a claimed rating on this thing. I think it's around about 300 pounds, but I'm saying that around about 250 is about the max weight capacity on this thing. I think it'd be actually a very good kid's bike. You can see my knee here and see how high this seat is, but then check this out. When it's fully up, this thing comes almost all the way to my waist. So it's really high here, but your distance from here to here is going to be small. So even though I can go higher there, you're going to be kind of a tight distance. But you know what? It kind of feels like a little small scooter when you're out on it. And this is one of these things that I think will be great for quick trips, whether it's across campus. If you're around a little campus and you need to have a small e-bike, this might be the bike to go because it's very small and compact and gets around easily. Or just using it for little small kind of downtown trips and things like that. That's it, everybody. That's all I got today on the Urban 01 14-inch folding e-bike. See you on the next video.